And welcome to the show, everyone. It is Saturday. It is September 27th. I'm Michael Taylor. But you knew all that, at least up at Saturday part, because here I am at the desk, as always, for you on a Saturday. And we got a great show for you, so let's get right to the excitement of it all. We got to adapt to it. Leslie Gabola is going to be here talking about some foldable chairs that you can use in your showers and to help you move around the house for folks who are in need of those things. And then Hebe Doc, it is kind of, medical tourism for dental work. We're going to welcome Stuart Roberts and Sally Roberts to the program. They're going to be telling us about their story and how they can help you get some really specialized dental work done for at a fraction of the cost you pay for it here in the States. We'll get more information on that a little bit later in the program. Right now, though, I have one word for you and one word for you only. Bingo! It's on Sundays. We got our first Sunday of the month at 2 p.m. Of course, we're at Restaurant 19, rooms 1 and 3. The price is $20. So this year and going into next year, it's bingo is always going to be on the first Sunday of each month at 2 p.m. in the location there in the Restaurant 19, the rooms there. When you buy your bingo card for $20, you are going to get your card, 2 additional cards, 20 raffle entries, and a chance to win great prizes. So there you go, folks. It's bingo over at the restaurant. Get out there. More information at the bottom of your screen if you want to get involved in that one. Auctions are going to be there as well. So man, some fun stuff on bingos. Have some fun with that. Let's take a check of our weather. Let's see how fun that's going to be. It's going to be a nice weekend for the rest of our weekend at least. 75 today. We get a little bit warmer on Sunday. We're going to have the clouds kind of in and out a little bit, but for the most part, we're going to have nice temperatures. And then on Monday, we start ticking up a little bit warmer in terms of our temperature, folks. So you can see in the 80s, back in the 80s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as we head back into the work week. So fall is doing its best to give us some cool temperatures, but it's always this transitional time of year. Cool overnights, though. That's the nice part. You can turn off the air conditioning. All right, folks, let's take a quick check of our sunrise and our sunset. This morning's sunrise was 6:42. Sunset is going to be 6:40. And this is a beautiful shot from the restaurant we were just talking about, Restaurant 19 restaurant, right in the village by the golf course. And right over there, we see a beautiful photo by Judy Blando. Thanks for sending us that one, Judy. We appreciate that picture. If you'd like to send us a picture like Judy did, well, we'd love to see it. Make sure you email us, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, when we come back, Bree will be here with Leslie Gabola from Adapt to It. Stay with us.
We're Denise and Ann with Legacy Arrangements.
We help families plan ahead for future funeral and cremation pre-arrangements. We represent over 70 mortuaries in the Southern California area.
We know these conversations aren't always easy, but we understand how truly important they really are. We are dedicated to making an uncomfortable conversation as comfortable for you as possible.
By planning today, you're going to lock in today's cost and you're going to let your family know your future wishes.
It's truly a gift you give your loved ones.
Adapt to It, we strive to make the everyday tasks easier by providing our customers with the tools they need to be successful. We carefully explain the use and care of all of our equipment. Adapt to It has been in Laguna Woods for over 20 years, and we know that nothing in life stays constant. So we can help you adapt to all the changes in your life. Adapt to It sells and rents items and always delivers with a smile. Come in today to experience what we mean when we say, when you can't change it, adapt to it.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Here to discuss the importance of bathroom safety, I welcome Leslie Gabola from Adapt to It.
Thank you.
Hi, Leslie.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm great. It's great to be here.
It's nice to have you.
Thank
It's been
you.
a while since you and I have had a little conversation.
It
You
has.
brought with you some props, as always.
Always.
But I want to talk first about the importance of bathroom safety because it is a slippery place, as we all know, trying to get in and out of the shower, a lot of water could be on the floor. What are we doing to help mitigate any types of falls?
Well, actually, falls are the most common in the bathroom, and kind of for those reasons that you mentioned. I think one of the things that happens is we overestimate our abilities. So if there's a tub, we think, I can get over that. that's no problem. I'll just hang on to the tub, right? Well, if you look at that, you're hanging onto a thing that's really below you and then trying to swing your leg over it. And so ergonomically, that's going to be difficult. So then you think, oh, maybe I'll just put a chair in the shower and I can just kind of scooch over. But again, you have that big obstacle in front of you, and that becomes an issue. So also water on the floor is a big one. If you have tile becomes very slick. So it becomes like an ice skating rink. And rugs. Rugs are huge in the bathroom because we all have the one in front of the tub or shower. We all have the one at the sink, maybe by the toilet. And so we have a lot of throw rugs, right? But if they're not checked regularly, they can become slick themselves. And so you step on them instead of supporting you, they slide out. And so rugs, either when I do a home evaluation, that's the first thing I remove, are all the rugs. Or I test them and make sure that they're not movable.
Because you can get the non-stick that goes underneath.
The non-stick in the bottom, where you can double tape. You know, there are so many ways to secure a rug. So rugs are huge. And then the height of items, too. So you have to make sure that you can get on and off things easily. Because if you're struggling, that wastes energy, and you might become tired and fall that way. And
so what you mentioned was, you know, putting a chair into the shower. Can this type of chair fit into a bathtub, an existing bathtub, or does it have to be retrofit?
No, it can fit into the existing one. We do modifications if necessary. So we can install modified showers, walk-in tubs, things like that. We can do that and just get rid of the existing equipment and replace it. We can do that as well. But this one I like. Everybody asks for folding because you might be using it temporarily, and you can fold this one up. It's super easy. All you do is undo this, undo this. I'll turn it around here. And then these release, it folds down, and then you can stick it into a closet and get rid of it. But the next time you need it, you can just put it together. It's really nice.
Yeah, so if somebody has just had surgery or they've got just temporary immobility, this really comes in helpful.
Exactly. And that's the idea behind adapt to it. You know, when you can't change it, adapt to it. So we have options for everybody.
Fantastic. Well, that is definitely a good one, especially if somebody just kind of wants to relax, especially in the shower, and they don't necessarily want to stand that whole time, and maybe there's not a shower bench.
Right, exactly. And then this one has a cutout for hygiene purposes, which is nice, and a taller back. Some smaller shower chairs have a small back, and it hits people in an odd spot in their back. And this one is more like a chair. So it's more comfortable.
Yeah, and it does have that, like you said, the higher back, so you can grab that, right?
And yes, and it is height adjustable as well.
It is, and it's got non-skid feet.
It does have non-skid feet.
It's
got all the goods.
It's got all the goods. Speaking of goods, you brought some other fun devices with you.
I did. This one I love, and you can put soap or lotion in it. You simply squirt it in there, screw it on, and then these rollers help reach your back and put it on for you.
They distribute the product.
So if you have trouble with your shoulders, you don't have to worry about that. You can still reach your back.
Right. I love that. You can probably put lotion on the lower part of the legs too.
Exactly.
With that thing.
Anywhere you can't reach, that will do it for you.
Wow, that's
and
fantastic.
And then along the same lines, this is it's ditched so it can reach between toes. Same thing. Lotion or soap. This is typically used with soap just because it's a sponge. And then we bend it. It comes straight, but we bend it so you can reach your whole back.
Right,
Something straight, you can only reach your half of your back.
Right. Well, again, so maybe after shoulder surgery or some type of wrist, any type of arm surgery, that is really going to come in handy.
Exactly. And then again, you can use it for your feet if, hip surgery.
Okay, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that through my toes. But you have something else.
I do. This is called the Soapy Soul, and I love this thing.
This is something, I think everybody might need to have this.
Yes, and I have talked about these for 23 years. It was one of my first fun products that I found, and I have had it in the store ever since.
Really?
We are never without our Soapy Souls.
And I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah. Suction cup it to the bottom of your shower tub, squirt liquid soap on the top, and rub your feet. And clean your feet, and it helps with circulation.
Yes.
And double duty there, so it's really
You're
nice.
going to get some lymphatic fluid going through if
That's
you use
right.
that.
And you start on your feet, and so everything flows.
Exactly. You get
Hit
that.
all those acupressure points, and you're good to go for the
So
rest of the day.
that is definitely multi-purpose.
It is. It is. I love this thing.
That's fantastic. Leslie, you've been doing this a long time.
Yep.
What are some of the latest, newest developments? Are products constantly getting better, kind of like technology, where it makes things easier, makes things faster?
Yes.
Are you seeing that in the product?
We are. The main difference that I'm seeing is the introduction of carbon fiber. And carbon fiber is going into everything.
Because it's lightweight.
Because it's lightweight. It's so lightweight and so strong. So the main thing, there are rollators, the walkers with seats and brakes. And then the biggest change is in our power equipment. So there are carbon fiber power chairs and scooters. And the advantage is they weigh up to 23, 25, 28 pounds. So depending on the item, you can, and they fold like lawn chairs. So you can fold them up and stick them in your trunk, and pretty much anybody can do it. So it really opens up a multitude of opportunities for everybody, which is great.
And then they're going to be able to use that in parks or at the
Anywhere.
store. Or
Anywhere you can walk, you can use it, and they're plane safe. So you can take them on the plane. They have lithium-ion batteries. So that's, again, what makes them so light, besides the carbon fiber. Because before, the batteries were the heaviest part. Now they're probably the lightest.
Fantastic.
So,
Well, we'll keep that for your next subjects.
yes.
I'll
bring one in.
Next test subjects when you come back next time.
Yeah, we'll just toss it around. So
your
that'll be
location
great.
is right here in Laguna Woods Village.
On the corner of Valencia and El Toro.
How long have you been there?
Well, we've been in that location for 13 years, but we were in 2 other locations in the same parking lot before that. In total, 23 years.
23 years.
It's been a while.
And you also have a store in Newport.
We do. A cute little boutique type store. And right across the street from Hogue, we can see their windows. And it's on Old Newport. And we love it there. We love being there. We've been there for about 4 years.
Well, we love you being here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me today, Leslie.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You are watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
At City of Hope, we're not just keeping pace with the latest in cancer research. We're leading the way. More than 2,000 cancer experts working as one to better every breakthrough, accelerate every innovation. With the most cancer-focused clinical trials in California, we're transforming discoveries into treatments at unprecedented speed. Because your future can't wait. And at City of Hope, it doesn't have to.
Dental care in America is broken. If you need a dental implant in the States, you're looking at somewhere between $3,600 and up to $8,000, and that's per tooth. And for a full mouth restoration, you're talking somewhere between $40,000 and $100,000. The good news is there's a solution. That's where HebeDoc comes in. We're not a dental clinic. We're a US-based one-stop solution for affordable, safe dental care right here in Mexico without the risk.
And welcome back to the program. Are you concerned about your teeth? You know, like the appearance of them, all sorts of reasons why you might want to talk to the folks at Hebe.com. I want to welcome to the program Stu and Sally Roberts. Thanks for joining us again.
Thanks so much for having us.
Great talking to you a little while back, and we're behind it back. For folks who don't know, tell us a little bit about what Hebe.com is all about.
In short, dental tourism. We're helping Americans save, on average, 63% off their full mouth restorations. So it's major dental work.
And so it's the tourism part, so we're not doing it here in the United States, we're doing it just over the border in what we call it nicknamed Molar City?
Correct, yes. Just across the border from Yuma, Arizona. So it's about a three-hour ride from here. And we're picking people up at their house in Orange County and driving them to the border and crossing the border with them.
And I guess that's one of the realities of medical pricing and medical costs here in the United States. So many people are going south of the border for maybe prescriptions, some procedures, and things like that. That's the reality. What are people? Let's talk a little bit about some of your clients and what they're saying about like how happy they are about what's going on. Let's talk about like Tracy's story.
So Tracy came to us at 63 after raising 3 kids, putting them through college. She had spent the better part of a couple decades putting off her needs and interests, and finally it was time to do something about her teeth. She went to the dentist. She had an outlandish quote of $65,000. He said he could do the quick and the dirty, if you will, for $43,000.
Wow.
She talked it over with her husband, her sister as well, and her sister mentioned that she had heard of people going to Mexico to have dental work done. So she found us online at hebedoc.com and asked 1,000 questions. We did a number of interviews with her, video consultations with the dentist. She and her daughter came down, and after the first trip went back home, her husband Mike saw the results, was blown away, and then on the second trip, he came down and had his teeth done.
Wow.
We've saved them collectively over $80,000 on their dental work. And what's really interesting about this is I got a text this week from Tracy. She and Mike were on their way to Ireland for 2 weeks. And
From the money they saved on their mouth.
that's right. And she had reminded me, she wanted me to know that the only way they could afford to do this was because of Hebe.com. So it's stories like that that really are the reason we're doing this.
And Sally, do you have is it a lot of the people coming to your office a lot of like assuring people that this is good dental work by professionals and they're board certified kind of folks?
It is. I mean, people at first are looking just because they're looking for a cheap option, right? Or something that's way less than in the United States. But then when we speak to them, we want them to know, I mean, we are trying to bring people to the highest quality providers, as if they're our own family. And so we take them there, and it's the highest quality equipment and materials. They use German Straumann implants, and just it's definitely, we've done all the research to vet the providers that we use. Now, but for example, my mom, I wanted to surprise her last Christmas. So Stu and I, actually it was Stu's idea, but she was one of those few people that, she had adult acne when she was in her late 30s, and she took tetracycline, and basically there's 3% of the people, it turns your teeth gray.
Oh, wow.
So her teeth have been gray for over 40 years. And finally, and she refused to go. We've been trying to get her to go. And so finally I was going to Los Algodones to meet with some of the clinics and some of our patients. And I convinced her to go with me because she was in town. So I took her out there, and Stu had already convinced the dentist to convince my mother that he was going to take care of her. So we got her whole new smile done when she was over last Christmas.
And I bet she's smiling all the time now.
She is. She refused to do it before because she didn't want to spend the money. She's in her 80s. She's like, what kind of time do I have left?
And let me say this, that's a confidence thing too. When you know people don't want to smile because of their teeth, it hides what their true emotions, all those kinds of things, and they're that self-consciousness. So do you feel like people really come out once they have this work done?
It's huge.
Definitely. I mean, she used to be a model. She used to, she was in print. Been in Delta brochures, Delta Airlines, and, modeled clothing. And just to see her smile, she cried after. She was so happy to have her smile back.
Oh, wow. Well, she maybe started out that modeling career for the golden age years.
Yes, exactly.
We have another one I want to talk about real quick. Mark. He has another interesting story, right?
Yes. So Mark is a sound engineer, works for like top acts like Elton John, Bruce Springsteen, Gwen Stefani. He had called like at the end of my day, and he said, look, I've been holed up in my house for 2 months now since my car accident because I'm afraid to leave because my teeth look ridiculous and I can't be seen. And he said, but I have to do sound for Bruce Springsteen's concert in 2 weeks, and I need to go do something about it right now. He's like, I even took an implantology class online so that I could get more educated on what to do. And I've been researching and researching.
That's crazy.
And he's like, I found HebeDoc. You guys have great reviews, and I just wanted to hear more about it. So I told him more about HebeDoc and how we have a 5-year guarantee that on materials and services that our dentists that we work with are completely vetted, that they have the education. They even do continuing education in the States. So he spoke with him about it. Then he said, well, I want to know who you work with. So I rattled off something, okay. So I rattled off some names of dentists that we work with, and he recognized one of them from his research. And he said, if you could get me in to see that person next week, I'm going to go. I said, okay. And so I made an appointment. He went out there and he got his teeth done. He got temporaries to start. Usually it takes 2 visits.
Right.
But if you have to have implants, they need like 3 to 4 months to heal first. So he got his temporaries on. He was able to hang out with Bruce Springsteen and the crew. Very excited. We're just so relieved.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, people have accidents, right? The things happen. They chip tooth, they break something like that, and that can be done at HebeDoc, through HebeDoc, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, I want to get some more stories. We have Leonard's story. He's a 50-year-old from Beverly Hills.
Yes. So Leonard came to us. He read our reviews online, and he said he needed a root canal. Now, he lives in Beverly Hills. He has a lot of options. Not pressed for money, and it's not one, but he likes value, and he runs 5 restaurants. He has over 200 employees, and he came to us and he needed a root canal. He had gone to see his dentist in Beverly Hills, and his dentist set him up with a endodontist for the root canal. He said I had to wait 4 weeks to get in to see the endodontist.
Oh, wow.
And the endodontist's idea of deducing what he needed was to blow air on the tooth, and said, does that hurt? And he said, yes, that hurts.
It's always a good time.
And he said, how much? He said, $1,800. I said, no. So he came to us and came down to Mexico, and for $400, we took care of his root canal. And he's since sent a number of his employees.
Wow.
So we love stories like that, because we're seeing now more and more people who they're not coming because they have to. They're coming because it makes sense to.
That's what I was saying last time too. It's so convenient. So he had to go see his regular dentist and then go see a specialist. And for us, we have a clinic that we'll work with that has the dentist come to you. So they come up with your full treatment plan, and they handle it all there in that visit. So it's just amazing that you can go just to one place, you get door-to-door service, and you can get the whole problem taken care of. You don't have to make multiple appointments for different clinics.
Okay. As we kind of wrap up here, I want to talk about some of the pricing for some of the things you guys do, so people have an understanding of like the numbers they've heard here, and then the numbers you guys can give them through HebeDoc and those services.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a 20 veneer package. Now, if you go to see a dentist here in Orange County, 20 veneers is going to run you somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000.
Wow.
We can do that for 10. Now, these are the same materials that you would get here with your dentist, top of the line. Emax, we did an Emax treatment recently. I mean, this is what the celebrities
What's an Emax? I don't know what
Emax is a special kind of finish on the tooth. It's, call it a higher brand, if you will, a higher tier. It's dentists here are selling that for between $2,500 and $3,000 a tooth.
Ooh.
We do that for $500 a tooth.
Wow.
Full mouth restoration, which is our specialty, you're looking at about $25,000. Now, it sounds like a lot of money, but to get a quote here, you're looking at somewhere between $60,000 and $80,000. This includes extractions, it includes sedation, everything that you would need for your teeth. And it's important that people know when they get quotes, know what's being quoted. We're working with top-of-the-line German Straumann implants, Neodent. So typically a dentist will quote you and they won't even tell you what they're quoting. So always ask, what are you quoting? And make sure that you're getting a high-quality material.
The type of materials are really important too. I mean, if you get a cheap PMMA, it's going to last you like maybe 5 to 10 years.
Right, and then you're back in the same place you were.
Right, but the zirconia will last you like 20 years, and it's 6 times as hard as your regular teeth. So you have to be careful to know what they're quoting you as well, because you don't want to end up back in the chair again in 6 to 10 years.
Sounds pretty strong. Crack walnuts with those teeth. All right. Well, Stu and Sally Roberts from Hebe Doc, thank you guys so much for joining us and appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Your eyes let you see the world, every smile, every sunset, every moment.
At Harvard Eye Associates, our team of specialists is here to protect your vision.
From cataracts and glaucoma to retina and cornea care, we offer the latest treatments with a compassionate touch.
For over 50 years, you've trusted us with your eyes. We're honored to care for them for years to come.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
What would it feel like to hear better? Many people are trapped in the isolation of poor hearing and don't realize it. Even people that are wearing other hearing aids. No buttons to push or technology to fear. Artificial intelligence and these products do all the work. Don't settle for less. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Attention all club organizers, party planners, and those who simply love to gather and celebrate life's special moments. Are you tired of the hassle of cooking for your events? Looking for a convenient and delicious solution? Introducing our easy and convenient catering trays, perfect for groups of any size from 35 to 90. Need a larger space to host your event? Look no further than our restaurant's banquet room, the perfect venue for your next gathering. Call us today to place your catering order or reserve our banquet room for your next event. Create memories and traditions with Polly's Pies.
And welcome back. Remember Mad Magazine? When I was a kid, I bought Mad Magazine and I loved it. I thought it was hilarious, good fun, Spy versus Spy, and all the other stuff that was in there. Well, Mad Magazine, the documentary, is here with us on Saturday, When We Went Mad. It's the 2025 documentary about the magazine. It's brought to us by Pacific Financial Planners. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. Historical documentary and tribute to the legacy and influence of Mad Magazine, featuring interviews with celebrity readers, along with Mad artists, writers, and editors. Those folks are all affectionately known as the usual gang of idiots. And I was one of those, I don't know about idiots, but I was one of those kids who loved it. So hope you guys watch that documentary. Sounds like a fun one. Let's take a check of our weather before we head out. And we got some nice temperatures for the rest of the weekend. Then we start ticking up temperature-wise as we get into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we're going to hang on to the 70s for today, only about 75 with the kind of clouds coming in and out. And same thing for tomorrow on Sunday with a little bit of a tick up in the temperatures. Then we get back into the 80s for our work week. So there you have it. Monday on the program, we're going to have Amazing Hearings going to be here, as well as the folks from the Broadway Music Lovers Club. So stay tuned for that one. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.